The 2025 Belmont Stakes and Met Mile will run at Saratoga Racetrack on Saturday, June 7th. We spoke to several additional racing experts prior to racing and attended both races. We interviewed trainers Doug O'Neill, Ken McPeek, Graham Motion, Danny Gargan, Dale Romans, and C2 Racing owner of White Abarrio, Mark Cornette. Opinions varied with uniform excitement for a talented field of horses and expectations for significant race results. I'm here with Kenny McPeek outside his barn in Saratoga with the upcoming Saturday's big Belmont Stakes and also the Met Mile, for having won last year's Kentucky Derby with Mystic Dan and Torpedo Anna, the Kentucky Oaks. How do you see the Belmont staking up for this year?
I'm a big Sovereignty fan. I think that the spacing of his race is going to be a big deal, and I think he's a horse that's going to handle this racetrack without any trouble. But I think he towers over this group, in my opinion. I think it's a bit of a no-brainer. I thought that Derby was one of the easier races to handicap in a long time. I watched him train all spring, and I think he's just a man among boys.
Can you give me your quick synopsis of the Met Mile? Two favorites right now are White Abarrio and Fierceness. Do you favor one or the other one?
Fierceness, if he runs back to his race at Churchill Downs, is going to be a beast. I mean, but he is a little inconsistent sometimes, so it's hard to say.
I'm here this morning. It's just the day before the big Met Mile with the owner Mark Cornette on White Abarrio. Tell me how you see this race shaping up, and how do you feel about your entry?
Well, it's a heck of a field, you know. Anytime you got Fierceness and Raging Torrent and the rest in there, even though it's a short field, it should be a rider's race, so it's going to be really interesting to see how these horses position themselves out of this 1.5 turn shoot here.
How about for the Belmont coming up? It's an action-packed day.
Boy, it is. It's going to be a fun day. I mean, you've got Rodriguez probably go to the lead in the Belmont, and with Mike and Baeza, there's probably 4 horses that can win. It's just great to see all these horses get back after running the Derby against each other in the Belmont here in Saratoga.
You think the speed horses are going to have an advantage in this race? The ones that pace?
Yeah, I mean, on this surface, I mean, traditionally, speed carries good here, and with Bob and Mike, I mean, this is their thing. Go to the lead and run them off their feet. So I would expect Rodriguez to do nothing less.
I'm here with well-known trainer Graham Motion, and Graham, just give me your quick, brief opinion on what you expect to happen in the Belmont this year.
I mean, look, everyone's rooting for a showdown with Sovereignty and journalism, so I'm no different. I think it's so cool that they're both here tomorrow. I mean, Sovereignty got the better of him in the Derby, and I don't think journalism really had an excuse, except maybe at the start he got off a little slow. So I think it's going to be a great race. I couldn't pick between them.
Graham, what do you see coming together for the Met Mile?
I mean, look, I love Fierceness. He's a horse I've followed since early. Johnny's a guy that I'm good friends with, and I ride a lot. So I'll be rooting for Fierceness. It's a great race, small field, but a great race.
I'm here with Dale Romans. We're at Saratoga Racetrack, well-known trainer. How do you see the Belmont shaping up this year, Dale?
Hey, we're in for a great Belmont. A short field, but a stellar group of horses. So to me, it looks like Rodriguez is going to go, and the rest will have to catch him. We've seen Bob Baffert go wire to wire with a lot of horses in classics. And then you got the 2 classic winners who'll be running down. Journalism will take the first move towards him, and then Sovereignty will come rolling at the end, and the 3 of them will hit the wire together. You got to decide which one's in front.
Dale, how do you see the Met Mile shaping up?
But that's a stellar race. Met Mile is one of the best races of the year, even though it's a short field. It's going to start separating the older horses, but looks like Fierceness and White Abarrio are my 2 picks, and I believe Fierceness will get it done.
I'm here with an outstanding trainer, Danny Gargan. He trained Dornach last year, Fountain of Youth, many other races he's won. What's your opinion on tomorrow's Belmont Stakes coming up?
Well, I think it's going to be an exciting race. I mean, there's some key horses. Journalism's a really super good horse. I'd like to see Michael win it. He's a younger trainer and a really good guy, but Bob has Rodriguez, could be on a loose lead, and that's always tough in the big races. And Bill's horse, he won the Derby, he's doing really good. So and you kind of have to root for Baeza because he's a half brother to Dornoch. So you know, I think it's a loaded race. It's a smaller field, but with a lot of quality, and you know, it's going to be fun to watch, and it's going to be a great day at the races for everybody.
What's your predictions for the Met Mile?
Well, it's another small field, but very quality. White Abarrio is running phenomenal. He's training really good. We get to watch him train here at Saratoga and Fierceness. So, you know, those two horses are the best two older horses in the country right now, and it's going to be fun to watch them go at it. I have to say I like Fierceness a little bit, just because, you know, Rapoli's fun to be around, and it'll be fun to watch Mike win it.
I'm here with super trainer Doug O'Neill. He's in for California with Raging Torrent. He's got this horse in the Met Mile. He's gone up against several good horses, two of the more outstanding by name big boys in the race. What do you think about your horse's shot, and what do you think about this being a rainy day in Saratoga?
I know, this is, thank God we've been able to do all our main piece of exercises in good weather. It's been really, really good up until the last couple of days, and Raging Torrent continues to train well, and like you say, it's a short field, tough field, with the likes of White Abarrio and Fierceness, but we're very optimistic. We had a good post, got a great jockey, and he's doing well, so we'll see what happens.
Your horse looks like $1 million, and that's he's come into this race looking the part. Let's hope he can do it.
Yeah, no, you know, he's a horse, obviously super talented horse, and he's shown that he can travel. He's run, you know, winning in Dubai the way he did. Takes a special horse to do that, and he's won in Kentucky, so he's shown the ability to travel and run top races. So we're hoping to see that again.
Now, as important as the Met Mile is and the rest of the card for this whole weekend, it's been incredible. The Belmont Stakes is the key race for this whole 5-day period here. It's coming up at the end of the day. What's your view of that race, and how do you see it playing out?
The Belmont this year, just every year, right? It's a classic for a reason, and this year no exception. Having the first 3 finishers in the Kentucky Derby is so exciting, and then you got a couple new shooters too that look solid. So it's going to be a great race, and you got to love journalism. He just has that it factor. I don't know. He just shows up. He's one of those horses that you're just you love to watch. So I'm so excited to see him compete again, and for him to run in all 3 is credit to him and his connections. And Sovereignty, you know, with him taking that extra time from the Derby to now, to me, he's kind of the one that I would fear the most. He looks like he's coming into it lights out. So going to be a great race. And you got the Baffert angle, you know, with Rodriguez. He's going to be flying out there with Hall of Famer, great rider Mike Smith. So, and Baeza, who's out of arguably one of the better mares that we've seen come around in a long time. So going to be a great race, and it does look like the weather is supposed to ease up mid-card, so we should have a great racetrack for a great race, and can't wait.
Well, best of luck with your horse.
You too, Doc. Thank you.
And they're off in the Hillendale Metropolitan Handicap, and Raging Torrent, like a shot, goes straight to the front and opens up a couple of lengths just like that. On the inside, Fierceness is in second, just a touch, 4/5 seconds. White Abarrio is 4 lengths back in third, and then it's just a touch in fourth. Another 3 back to Castle Chaos. They continue down the backstretch, and it is Raging Torrent who's been there every step of the way, with Fierceness pressing the issue in second. White Abarrio has 4 lengths to make up, just a touch just inside of him, and Castle Chaos is at the back of the field. The half went in 46 and 4. Fierceness trying to get by Raging Torrent. Raging Torrent hanging tough. Fierceness alongside. White Abarrio has plenty of work to do. Just a touch inside of him. They're at the top of the stretch. Raging Torrent and Fierceness. Fierceness on the outside. Raging Torrent just a touch. White Abarrio in the center of the racetrack. And Raging Torrent is trying to turn away Fierceness. And he opens up too. Fierceness doing his best, but Raging Torrent running the race of his life. Raging Torrent's coming out party is in the Hillendale Metropolitan Handicap. Fierceness was second, just a touch, and White Abarrio.
I'm going to talk.
Hey, all right, brother.
I'm going to talk to you afterwards. All right.
You got it.
Thanks. Thank you.
An excuse to get pissed. Okay. Yes!
Doug, how are you feeling that, brother?
Man, I am just over the moon, Doc. This is incredible, and to win the Met Mile here at Saratoga is just iconic and just blessed beyond words.
Honestly, couldn't happen to a better guy.
I don't know about that. Checks in the mail, Doc. Checks in the mail. But no, I feel great and just so blessed to work alongside a horse like Raging Torrent, who's literally a once-in-a-lifetime type of horse. So just extremely grateful.
Maybe see a Breeders' Cup.
Amen.
New York State Governor Kathy Hochul arrives to award the winning trophy while West Point cadets sing the national anthem and parachute onto the Saratoga Racetrack as tensions heighten in advance of the 157th running of the Belmont Stakes.
They're in the gate. And they're off in the Belmont Stakes. And as expected, Rodriguez bounces out very quickly. Uncaged has plenty of early interest, as does Crudo, who sprints up alongside Rodriguez. Journalism secures the fourth spot. Baeza's a little bit keen. He is in between horses and 4 lengths off the lead. Kentucky Derby winner Sovereignty cruises up along the inside and is suddenly sharing the second position. Hill Road is second to last, and Heart of Honor is at the back of the field. 7 lengths covers them through an opening quarter that went in 23 and 2/5 seconds. And so the lead belongs to Rodriguez, who's in front by a half length. Crudo alongside second. Sovereignty galloping strongly right next to his rival Journalism. Journalism puts his head into third. Does that Preakness winner. A length and a half behind them comes Uncaged. Baeza is 5 or 6 lengths off the lead. Hill Road and Heart of Honor. They're heading toward the half-mile pole. Hall of Famer Mike Smith and Rodriguez carved out that half in 47 and 3/5 seconds. Crudo a length and a half behind him in second. Journalism in the clear, getting a good trip. Uncaged at the rails. Sovereignty in between those two is 5th down, 4 lengths off the lead. Baeza has asked for a bit more at this stage. He's hard-ridden, 6 lengths off the pace. Hill Road is trying to match strides with him. Heart of Honor has dropped out. 3 quarters in 1:12 and 1. Journalism makes a decisive move with a quarter of a mile to go, and he takes command of the Belmont Stakes. Sovereignty angles out to try and run him down. It's a rematch of the Kentucky Derby as they come to the 8th bull, and here comes Sovereignty. Sovereignty goes right by Journalism once again, leaving absolutely no doubt who the best 3-year-old in the world is. Sovereignty and Junior Alvarado in the Belmont Stakes. Journalism was second. Baeza finished third.
Home, it's where we've, the race we were pointing for after the Derby, and fortunately it worked out very well. I'm sure we would have, taken some criticism that he gotten beat today and we hadn't run him Preakness, but it worked out. The horse was good. Junior rode him well. He had a lot of confidence in him, and when he cut him loose, the horse responded and got the job done, and I feel we beat, a good field of horses. I believe Journalism is really a good horse. I've watched him here this last week, and I've looked at him, and he's in good form. He looks great. His hair is good, and his weight is good, and I think he was ready to run today, and he ran a good race, and Sovereignty was good enough to run him down and get the job done.
I was able to see what everybody were. I saw Journalism on the outside. I got to see Rodriguez right in front. I got to see Johnny, so I have eyes everywhere at that point, like I say, and I didn't have too much ground since I was close to the pace. He's very, very ready today, and right when the turning for home, I put him in the clear, didn't the queue to go, and he just was sensational today. Journalism, run a great race again. Porto runs the Kentucky Derby in the Preakness, come back today. Give a lot of credit for doing that, and who shows up is a very tough horse too. But today was sovereignty day again. It's surreal. It's an unbelievable moment that you always hope to win, and then you win it, and I feel like I'm still in state of shock. It's not sinking in yet. It feels amazing, but I think I haven't completely realized what I just did. I probably need to watch the video maybe 10 times. He was just very exceptional today. Like I said, I couldn't believe how much goals I had the whole way around today.